right, so if we wanted to simplify that rational expression, what would we do? Divide, right? So 4 divided by 2 is 2. Can we do anything with that A? No. What about the B? Well, one of them does, right? Yeah, so it's just 2AB. Right, subtracting those exponents. Right, so that part should be very familiar. Yes? Okay. All right, let's do... Is that better? Yes. Okay. All right, so let's do one like this. All right, so let's do this one. So we have 10 r to the 5th, w to the 8th over 20 r to the 12th.
2.
All right, it is a 2, but where's that 2 going to go, top or bottom?
Top. So you can do it backwards?
I mean, technically you're reducing 10 over 20 to 1/2. So it's like that.
Wait, why? So you're reducing them?
Essentially, yes. Because 10 divided by 20 is 1/2.
Why is there a 1?
That's a proper fraction, not a
Because-
improper fraction.
Right, because, right, 20 is bigger, it's on the bottom. So I just put the 1 as a placeholder, because since it's 10 over 20, that like reduces down to 1/2. So yeah, essentially you're reducing it.
Can you do like the power of 10 or something, and like just take away the zeros and it's like 1/2, like whatever it's called?
I mean, yeah.
I don't get reduction.
All right. Okay, so then r to the 5th and r to the 12th.
I don't remember what you did.
So, what? 5 minus 12.
Yeah. Oh.
-7. But
So that means that would be a -7 on top or a positive on the bottom. So what I do is I just subtract and put it where the bigger one is.
Well, then could you have done -2 on the top?
No, that only works with exponents, not whole numbers.
So there's no r on the top?
No. There is a w on the top. We can't do anything with the w to the 8th. All right, did I lose everybody? I feel like I did.
I don't think so.
All right, so technically, right, we know we had our 1/2, right? R to the 5th divided by r to the 12th is r to the -7th on top. Right, but then you can put that on the bottom.
But as a positive 7.
As a positive, yeah. So,
Do you have to put the W8 on top?
yes,
Why?
because that's where it is.
It's
Already there, and we're not dividing it by everything, so yes, it has to stay there. Right? Okay, we good there? Better? Yep, pretty much. I would prefer you go ahead and move it to the bottom. We don't want to work with negative exponents. Yeah, that was a good question. Emily asked if we could leave it with the negative exponent. My answer is no. I want you guys to get in the habit of putting everything with positive exponents. That's a more common way to do things. I haven't even touched the air conditioning today, so. It is cold outside. All right, so let's practice multiplying. No, I lied. Let's keep reducing.
Yeah.
Okay, can we reduce this by looking at it right now? The way it is? No. Why not?
Because you can't just do the x2s and
The x what?
squared,
There you go.
and the x's and everything.
Right, so what could we do to these things?
I don't know.
What did we just take a test on? We can factor them. I told you factoring was never going to go away.
I don't like factoring.
I don't care. You have to know how to do it. You have to be able to do it. It's like a key. It is a key part of Algebra 2.
Well, then I'm not going to do it.
I'm not going to pass Algebra 2.
Then you're going to not graduate. You have to have it.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so let's factor the top.
Did that count as a test or a quiz?
That was a test.
Is this one where you multiply them together? And
Yep.
The greatest common.
Yeah, so let's factor the top part first. So 6 times 1 is,
6.
factors of 6 are 1 and 6, and 2 and 3.
And then you add the 2.
Whoa, shh. Okay. So we need to, all right. We are factoring. 1 times 6 is 6. Factors of 6 are 1 and 6, 2 and 3. Everything's positive, so we need to be able to add them together.
Positive 2 and positive
So positive 2, positive 3. All right, then we group. So then that gives us,
X is your common factor.
Is that a 2?
yes.
Is that a negative?
So then you get x plus 3, no, it's positive 3. And x plus 2,
So do you have to do it with the other one too?
yes.
I'm so confused.
So now we have to do it with the bottom.
I'm confused.
So you have to do 12.
Yes, so factors of 12, that will give you 7.
12 and what? 2 and 6.
3 and
3 and 4.
3 and 4, everything needs to be
Add the
positive.
3 and the 4 together.
Yes.
Raise the score.
Wait, I'm confused. Please stop talking.
Is that right? What is that?
So we're grouping. So then you get x plus 3, 4, x plus 3.
oh, I see. Yeah.
All right, so now do we see why we factored?
So you cancel out the x plus 3 and so all you have is x plus 2 and x plus 4.
Yes.
But is that the final answer?
Yes.
Okay.
Final answer would be x plus 2 over x plus 4, because can we cancel those x's?
No.
No, you cannot.
Miss Lauderman,
Never.
You sounded like you had a really rough day. Maybe we should take a break.
No. Having a great day. I've had
She
coffee.
really
We're good.
said,
Yeah.
On Monday, how are you having a great day?
Because we only have 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that. Sorry.
That's okay. I better. Okay. Can everybody see that okay? Yeah.
I just didn't know if you remember. I don't want Taylor to ever say again that I don't care about this.
Okay, so we have some options here.
Divide.
2. We're not dividing anything. I mean, we are, but we're not. Right now we're technically multiplying. So our options are multiply first and then cancel. Or you can go ahead and start reducing before you multiply. So like,
By
So, like-
multiply, do you mean like
So-
just 5 times 12?
it would be 5 times 12, and then you'd have x squared, r squared. Like you're multiplying the whole top with the whole bottom.
But it's just x squared r squared.
Right, you just write them shoved together because they're not the same.
So you would do 5 times 12 and then 3 times 15?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so that's your first option, which we can, so let's do it that way first. I'll do it both ways, okay? So 5 times 12 gives us 60. Then you just have x squared, r squared on the top. Okay?
So none of the exponents.
And then you have 45.
Yeah, so then 3 times 15 is 45.
To the third.
Yep, r to the third, m to the seventh, x to the fourth. So no, none of those exponents change, right? Because we didn't have something to like actually multiply it with on the bottom. So now we can reduce.
It's 4 thirds.
I'm
Right.
confused
Yes.
by everything.
Me too.
Like I just don't understand.
I mean, we did it in like
Right, you guys can also use the calculator to reduce it if you're not sure.
I thought whenever you multiply fractions, you like never multiply straight across.
I thought you
No, you
did
always multiply. You always multiply
across.
straight across.
Yeah.
I think about the butter.
All right, guys. Shh, all listen. I'm glad you're asking questions, talking about stuff, but when all of you do it at once, it's confusing more people than it's helping. Okay. No, that's when their fractions are equal to each other.
Yeah.
All All right, so then now we need to reduce our exponents. Okay, so we have an x squared here and an x to the fourth here.
So it's, you can put
So,
x squared on the bottom.
yes. Right, so you can get x to the -2 up here. Right, or the other way that it helps some people to do it is you're doing 4 minus 2 and just put it where the bigger number is. Your bigger exponent.
So it's on the bottom.
So it would be on the bottom.
And then you put r on the bottom.
Yes. Right, because you have 3 here, 2 here. So 3 minus 2 is 1.
So
R.
it's just r. And then you have
And then that m to the 7th is going to, it's going to stay on the bottom.
Oh, I didn't.
Stays where it is.
My bad.
Okay, so your final answer, I mean, that's what it is, but. So 3x squared r m to the 7th. So you can do it that way, right? You can also do some canceling before you multiply. Which, all right, oops. So I'm doing the same problem, I'm just doing it a different way. Okay, so. Nope. Okay, so we're kind of looking diagonally, right? Or up and down. Right, so nothing here can like cancel out top and bottom, right? Nothing over here. Well, I guess technically you could reduce your 12 over 15 here, right? But you can also do it like this way, right? Because like all this stuff's going to be on the bottom, all this stuff's on the bottom. So what's 5 divided by 15? Right, so I can get rid of that. I can make my 15 a 3. All right, all I'm worried about right now is my 5 and 15. Okay? I can do 12 divided by 3. 4. Okay? So, looking at my r's, I can take both of these away, and that just becomes r to the first. These cancel with those two. So then on top, all I have left is my 4. On the bottom, I've got my 3, my r to the first, my m to the 7th, my x squared.
I feel like that's really complicated.
Yeah. I think this is easier.
It's actually weird. Yeah.
No, I like the other one better. That's
All right.
weird.
There's a reason I taught you both ways. I don't care. Your personal preference. My personal preference is honestly the bottom one because it's.
I just don't get it.
The bottom one honestly
Can you do another one like
easier.
that?
Yeah, we can do another one. Let me find a good one.
Miss Lana, can you do another temple?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Why did we do that?
I don't like any of those.
What?
Okay, so do you guys want me to do the second method to show you again? Okay, all right, so I'm looking here, okay? So,
Wait, I need to write
-2.
no,
that's 10x.
we're not changing any signs.
10x to the 17th. Okay.
This one also prevents you from having to deal with negative exponents.
Wait.
All right, so we have a 5 and a 10, right? We can divide those both by
2, 5.
5, right? So, all right, Karis. Right, so dividing both of those by 5. So that's a 1, it's just going to go away, right? So then my 10 becomes a 2. Okay? So I have 17 x's on the bottom, right? So I can take 17 of those away from that 24. So 24 minus 17 is, so that becomes x to the 7th. MJ, you picking a fight this morning? Sounds like it. All right. So let's,
Put X on the top.
because
24 minus
I did 24 minus 17. All right, do you get it the other way? Then don't, just close your eyes. I just don't want to confuse you. Okay. So then looking the other direction. So 3 and 18.
-6.
No, just 6.
Don't change your sign.
We're not worried about signs.
Okay, so it doesn't matter, like,
No.
which way you
No.
Okay.
Right, that's only for exponents too, not for whole numbers. So I'm dividing them both by 3, so that cancels out. 18 divided by 3 is 6. Now I have my y's, right? I have 6 here. I can take 6 away from here.
It's just y. It's just y.
Okay, so all I have left on the top now is x to the 7th and y. On the bottom, I have a 6 times a 2, which is 12. Done.
Yeah, I don't think that would. Wow.
Okay, you feel better?
I feel like you'd like it more this way, Abby. If you-
All right, everybody's allowed to do it the way they want. I don't care.
I'm gonna try this way.
Okay, so let's step it up a notch because we can. Guys, we do not need to start talking while I write between everything I explain. Okay, so would it be helpful if we multiplied all that together? As is?
No.
No.
Factor first.
Yes. So we want to factor the stuff on the right first. So top and bottom. Okay? So factors of 25, that'll give us 10.
5 and 5.
5 and 5, should they be positive or negative?
Negative.
All right, let's not really. So again, I'm factoring this right now. So we have x squared minus 5x plus 25. All right, again, I found my factors of 25. Give me 5 and 5. We also have 1 and 25. All right, but those give us that 10. Okay, so on the bottom, so we need factors of 14. That need negative 5.
2 and 7, but the 7 is negative.
Good. So then on top, so you can take out an x. And then on the bottom, so we have x minus 5 times x minus 5 over x minus 2. That should be it. Nope, 7. Sorry. Because I pulled out a 2 here instead of a 7 for this part that I didn't mean to erase. Like, so that should be a pull out a negative 7, and I pulled out a 2. All right, hold on. What? All right, no. We're not, we still have this part, remember?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, all I did was factor. So now, I could tell. So now, I'm going to bring this part back down. All right, so again, I can cancel one of these, and that. So we have x minus 5 over x minus 7 is our final answer.
And what is this for?
Multiplying.
Is there some?
Yeah, it's on LMS.
Can you do another one like that?
Yes. All right, so you guys want to do another one like this? All right, so the biggest part of this is being able to factor, right? Which is why we just finished factoring. Wait, what? All right, I want you guys to take a second and factor the stuff that I'm putting on the left here. All right, so I want you guys to factor these real quick. Tell you what, let's split it up. All right, so this side of the room plus Landon. I want you guys to factor the top. Okay, so everybody but Landon up, work on the bottom. Okay, so factor the bottom.
Oh, wait.
Yep. What did we get?
X minus 12 and then x minus 5.
No, plus 5, you mean?
Oh, no. It's x.
Plus 12 minus 5.
Wait, what did I go all the way? No. Oh,
Yes.
it's plus 12 and x minus 5. That was my bad.
I didn't see the negative sign.
All right, bottom.
X plus 8 and x plus 2.
Good. All right, so remember, we are ignoring this, right? Because we factored it. Okay. So what can we cancel?
X plus 8 and x plus 12.
So then
And then you're left with,
5 over x plus 2.
see, that's not that bad. You guys are getting tripped up over the factoring, even though you know how to do it. I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
oh, what's that mean?
She has to make her test. All right, we got one more thing to learn. We ready? Division.
I thought we already divided.
No, we multiplied.
What was the first?
Okay,
What was the first time we did?
simplify. All right, division's real easy. If you can multiply, you can divide. All right, yeah, yes, it is. Okay. Y'all are whiny today.
Rude. Sorry.
Speak the truth.
I'm tired and
Okay.
I have a headache and I'm freezing. Everybody hurts.
That's honestly very fitting for today.
I broke my finger. My table. I my finger on my mom's wing.
Okay, so when you are dividing by a fraction, what do?
You multiply times the reciprocal.
Right, so we're going to flip this over and multiply. So the first one stays the same. And now it's like what we just did. Ta-da!
Wait,
Because that's what you do when you divide.
but there's no common things.
We have to factor.
Seems like
Yes!
Sounded like something out of Dora.
That's a difference of squares. Want to retake the square root?
And then the bottom ones is the same thing. No, it's not.
Okay, so let's shh. All right, so we have this, which is still what we have on the left. That factors to a plus 4 and a minus 4. I'm out of room. Whoa, okay, guys. So, pay attention. Keep up. All right, so we are factoring a squared minus 16. That is a difference of squares, right? You all know that that factors to a plus 4 and a minus 4. And then on the bottom, you still have a cubed. So, that goes away, that goes away.
I'm finding this in minutes.
All right.
I'm sorry.
So now, can we do any canceling the other diagonal?
A and A3 with A cubed will become A squared.
Yes. Good job.
Oh.
So you're left with
A
minus 4 over a squared. All division is just multiplying. It's the same process we just did. You just have to take the extra 4 seconds and flip the second one over first, and then just factor and cancel like we have been.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, for honors. All right, so 1 through 10, 15 to 22. For if you are not in honors, you just do 27 to 30. If you are in honors, you get to do 27 to 34. All right, so let me go ahead and do another division example. Does everybody have that written down? You should. Okay. Okay, so division.
What page?
Karis, you're the one that wanted this example, so you should be watching.
I know I am too. I can multitask.
Okay, so the first part is going to stay the same. I'm going to flip the other one over and change that to a multiply. So it's x squared minus 2x minus 8, x squared plus 6x plus 9. I'm going to so it doesn't get confusing. So now you just factor.
What if I do that and stop?
Then you're not done. Okay, so on the top, that's going to factor. You get that on the bottom.
She factored. I don't know how she did that, but that's what she did.
I did factor it. I did it in my head to save time.
She's just like that.
Why did I forget that? What if you can't reduce it?
You should be able to. All right.
6 does not go in 150.
It's 2 over 5.
What?
It's 2 over 5. Yeah.
All right.
Reduce it by, what is it?
Guys, I am teaching. Okay, so I'm looking for factors of 8 that are going to give me -2.
Oh, I know how to do that.
So 4 and 2.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, same thing here. 9, that'll give me 6. 3 and 3. Okay, so now we don't need this part anymore. It's gone. Okay, so we just have okay, so one of those can cancel. That can cancel. So you're left with x plus 2 over x plus 3.